Now, have you ever heard of plugging? It comes from a combination of the Swedish term yoga, meaning to jog, and plocka upp, meaning to pick up. Luke Douglas Hume is one of the growing number of pluggers. He runs along the coast and collects plastic waste as he goes.
Yes, Luke's ecological challenge has brought him to Scotland, and he plans to reach Edinburgh by early December before taking a well-earned Christmas break. He'll then return in spring, planning to run from Edinburgh to Glasgow along the Union Canal. And we're happy to see Luke arrived in Eyemouth yesterday, but has taken a detour to the studio to join us tonight. Hello.
Hello.
You've come, you brought props. It's lovely to see you. But tell us, first of all, how did this journey begin? Was it jogging and then litter picking, or litter picking and then jogging?
No, it all came late in the day, really. I was and do run the coast as the Coastline runner, collecting plastic. And somebody stopped me one day and said, "You're not the Coastline runner, Luke. Actually, you're just a plogger." I thought, hey, all right. Then looked into it and I discovered what plogging was, and then that's how the journey started. And then before I knew it, I was representing Team GB in Italy about 2 months ago, which was quite strange.
So this is a growing thing then, I suppose, because it's been around for a few years, but it seems to really be picking up popularity then, Luke.
I think so. I think like a few really good things from Europe, we're slow to catch on.
Right.
It's quite a big Swedish thing, a big Italian and Spanish thing, and Danish, but we are catching up. We're catching up. So I'm hoping that next year I can take a full squad for Team GB next year to Italy.
We've just seen some pictures of some of the kind of things you've been fishing out of the ocean, but just tell us more about exactly what you're picking up.
Well, usually up until Northumberland, it was what I would call BBBW, bags, balloons, butts, cigarette butts, and food wrappers, packaging and stuff. But then I got to Northumberland, and the 2 or 3 big storms have happened by Bess and I can't remember their names, but these monster storms, and so that is huge amount of marine litter, and that it was incredibly difficult to deal with lobster pots, nets, and rope and stuff, and so that has slowed me up a bit. But that's changed the configuration of litter, and also I suppose it's combined with it no longer being in tourist season, so there's less consumer litter.
Right.
But there is still a shocking amount of dog waste bags left behind, sand dunes and stuff, which I just...
It's so pointless, isn't it,
what are we
to
doing?
do that, to put it in a bag and then leave it.
Leave it. Yeah.
And how, so in terms of actually sort of keeping fit and getting exercise, the thing that would come to my head was, are you not sort of stopping and starting the whole time? Is it, how can you get into your stride or into your swing, or are you constantly stopping all the way along? Well,
that's the thing. Well, that's why I'm not really a plugger. I'm the coastline runner, because plugging is a lot of stopping, and my method has always been running with a bag this size, and when this is full, then looking and seeing where the next bin is. So you then learn about the bin infrastructure, where the bins are, empty it and then fill it, empty it and fill it. So for quite a while, I can be running with a full bag. I mean, but
you're recycling as well, though, aren't you? And you've brought a little example of what you can do with some of the recycled marine litter that you're finding.
Yes, that's a good point. Is that the marine litter? What I do, I suppose, can be sort of seemed as charitable or philanthropic or whatever, and so in a way, I would say futile. But when you have an economic incentive for it, then that's going to be the real driver for change in all these things. So let's say the bag charge in England stopped 6 billion plastic bags in 1 year from being produced. And so the economic driver to positive change is incredibly important. This pair of sunglasses, made by the firm who sent me it, and are called Waterhall, and this is made out of the stuff I collect. And so if there were a scheme where what you collect, you then get credit for buying beautiful sunglasses, such waterproof, then that would be a good driver for us, then all doing it, because we must all be looking after our ocean, really.
Yeah.
And of course, other recyclable sunglasses, I'm sure,
They are
are
indeed.
available as well. So what's the next step then? I mean, what's the next? Is there such thing as a plugging marathon? Can you make a big route out of it? Well, what are the plans for the movement?
Certainly. For the Coastline Runner, on the 1st of December, will be running from North Berwick to Portobello in Leith, and on about the 6th, we haven't yet decided it because of our negotiations with the World Plugging Championships, but it looks like the 6th of April we'll be doing an event for the beginning of the Falkirk Canal towards Glasgow.
Right.
Excellent.
And that will be more plugging, whereas the 1st of December will be coastline running.
Super. We'll keep an eye out for that. Luke, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Luke.
joining us.